All right, we got our first legislation, the government coming in to protect the only fat girls. I will explain what I mean by that in a little bit, but as you can see, the barely British corporation is saying that the United Kingdom is going to bring a law to tackle Grok AI deepfakes. And this is going to crack on non consensual intimate images following widespread concerns. In typical British fashion, they advertise the law one way and then they plan to implement it in another way. So, non consensual intimate images, right? What does that mean? Like, seriously, like, what is the exact guideline? It's vague, right? And the reason I'm asking is because currently it was Grok put her in a bikini. Now, again, like, I've been lectured by feminists over the last decade, especially when you talked about OnlyFans girls, that if they have a cosplay in a bikini, it's not sexual. And up until now, like, even mainstream platforms wouldn't ban pictures of women in bikinis, right? If you were to say that it's sexual, you would be considered the misogynistic pig that tried to control what women wear. But again, the main reason that this whole thing started is because the OnlyFans girls were being mocked. Because I actually go on Scyther and I saw the whole event, how it started. Initially, the artists were the ones affected, especially the hentai artists. But I guess, like, no one gives a shit about them. And so having their art being butchered and having people turn their art into mockery, no one cared. But then it went after the OnlyFans girls. And this is like a resource of national strategic importance for the UK. I would say it may be like 25% of their GDP, and it's also their national treasure. Because the moment the OnlyFans girl started bitching, that's when the Guardian started caring. You see, you have these ladies that photograph themselves in the bedroom, right? And then they upload pictures on Xitter, so you sub to their OnlyFans. And people in mockery went like, okay, put her in a bikini. And they freaked the fuck out, right? Because, like, if people can actually access this thing while eliminating the actual woman, it ruins their business model. And this is something that I also said for 1 year now, is that porn, the way we know it, is about to witness a change. Like, in the beginning, you had actual whorehouses, right? Like, my grandfather would actually be disgusted with our generation that instead of actually going outside and meeting a prostitute and touching a real woman, people sit in homes and watch something fake over the computer screen. But once the internet appeared, right, like the brothels and the strip clubs and everything like that, they didn't die off, but they took a huge hit. When OnlyFans appeared as a website that centralized the entire internet, every single other website took a hit. And now with AI, well, OnlyFans and actual women are going to take a hit. And so this is existential. And I do believe that a lot of this bitching has to do with, like, number one, people, like, legitimately hate Twitter because it's not under Jack Dorsey and it's under new management and it allows free speech. And so they want to shut down Twitter anyway. And the other problem is that, well, like, the OnlyFans industry, unironically, they feel threatened by AI and they want to shut it down. And so they create this vague legislation where on one hand it says it's going to go after non-consensual intimate images, but on the other hand it also says it's like things that are sexualized, which again, it's incredibly subjective, right? But the main problem here is that, number one, they say, okay, they will persecute the people prompting this, right? So if you prompt Grok to put her in a bikini, it can literally be like uploading child pornography. Like, you can go to prison with this law. Now, the thing is, I don't really believe that laws against deepfakes are necessarily a bad thing. I mean, imagine if someone was to make pornographic footage of your mother, or if they do it with your wife. Or if they make pornographic pictures of you in a homosexual nature, and then they spread it around the internet and they ruin your reputation. Like, it's kind of like slander and libel, in my opinion. And so some regulation against it is not necessarily a bad thing. But what matters is, like, how is it implemented, and can you actually enforce it? Because the way it's written, I'm sorry, but, like, I can tell it's coming from the UK. Because it seems like it's coming from a mental asylum. The idea of punishing the platform for someone uploading. Like, how the fuck is the platform supposed to know if the AI image is made consensual or not, you retards? Like if a woman uses the AI in order to enhance herself, like, women do with Photoshop, and then she uploads it, how is the platform supposed to know that it's her? How is the platform supposed to know that it's consensual or not? Like, what if my girlfriend, for instance, was to consent me uploading pictures of her or me sexualizing her, and she finds it funny and hilarious? Like, let's assume this case, right? How would the platform know that it's consensual? Like, seriously, if you have a picture of a girl in a bikini and you upload it on X, how is X supposed to know, number one, if it's made with AI or not? And number two, if it's consensual or not? Right? Like, does that make any sense? Does the British government give a shit? No, of course not. Like, every single piece of insanity that's coming up seems to either be from Australia or the United Kingdom. Like, they have become the world mental asylum. They're the clown car. Like, a little vehicle with an infinite numbers of buffoons coming out of it. It's insane. And then it's, of course, like the Hysteria driven to 11. Like, okay, yes, I agree that it is a harm to a person's dignity to upload pictures of them naked, even if they're AI made. But you have to use the words like weapons of abuse. Like, do you feel more interesting when you use these metaphors? Like, is this level of hysteria really necessary in a discourse? Like, you know what? No, they're not weapons of abuse. They're even worse. They're nuclear holocausts of digital abuse. There we go. Is that better, right? If you disagree with me, it means that you love seeing people getting sexualized, you piece of shit. This is how the discourse is going, and it's fucking frustrating. But anyway, right, I genuinely don't know how they're going to enforce it. The first thing, I suppose, is that you're going to see even more censorship on every platform. Like, they're going to ban almost anything. But that's like OnlyFans' business model. Like, again, I genuinely don't know. You're putting companies in a very difficult position. And sure, like, a lot of people will say, well, I mean, this is good, because it's like censorship. Every single month, it seems, that the internet becomes smaller and smaller. Like, we're going to reach the point where it's just going to be text on the internet, and even that is going to be dangerous. That's the thing, like, a lot of people just hate OnlyFans so fucking much that they're willing to put up with levels of censorship that people in 2016 would have told the world to fuck off. It's just, like, mind-boggling to me, and whatever. I guess, like, the AIs, Gemini, ChatGPT, Grok, like, all of these are going to have to use tools in order to restrict people from using image-based things. The problem is, like, corporations will still have them, right? Governments will still have them. It's just that average citizens won't have them. And the thing is, like, how are they going to police stable diffusion? Because they say, they want to make companies responsible for putting these tools into people's hands. Okay, fine, right? But stable diffusion can be downloaded on a laptop. There's no internet connection. Like, people can use that. Photoshop still exists. Right? Like, is this law going to target Photoshop? It's actually an interesting thing. Usually when they rush legislation like this, they don't think. And so you end up with situations that are not accounted for, and they're really idiotic and moronic. And so, yes, like Photoshop does allow people to have the tools to create non-consensual images of real people. And of course, like when they say that the person creating the image is responsible, like that's fair. Because you have to file a complaint, there is an investigation, there is evidence, fine. But if it's a platform that's just hosting stuff, again, how can the platform know if the picture is consensual or not? What is the actual line here? Because it's one thing if it's like pornography, right? And then that's easy to recognize. But it's another thing when you use the vague term sexualization, which can literally mean a woman that's wearing cleavage. Or a picture that makes the women's tits larger. Like, all of this falls into the grand category of sexualization in 2026. For Britain, that is a nation which expects every single man to transition and become castrated and go on hormone therapy and have absolutely no more sex drive whatsoever. Like, for them, a woman with an hourglass figure by default is sexualized. So, how do companies be expected to do this mind reading? And how do you expect them to know which pictures are allowed and which ones aren't? And the thing that really pisses me off is that what if they go after my anime characters? Like, the whole reason I like 2D women with big fat titties and plump asses is because I bypass all of this bullshit. Like, I just already went, it's like, okay, they keep inventing a new taboo every single day to the point where if you spank a woman is now a national crisis. And I'm just like, bypassing all of this shit, and I'm like, I'm going to watch my anime. And now I guarantee to you, like, even this is going to become problematic. Because, like, even fiction has no fucking safe haven from these mortal busybodies. I do hope with all my heart that the United Kingdom bans X. Like, I'm sorry, Elon. I know that making money off of the UK is important. I hope they ban you so you don't have to give a shit about their legislation. I genuinely do. I hope that the United Kingdom and Australia are just decoupled from the world's internet, and so that they can create their own internet. And I would actually be curious, like, how would it look like? How would it look like if they managed to create their own internet? Would it be more free or less free than the Chinese one? That's what I want to know. Before I die, I hope I find out the answer to this question, Like, I hope I live long enough in order to see, at some point, the UK having so many demands and so many requests from the rest of the world that the rest of the world just goes, you know what? How about you do your own? And I want to see how their social media would look like, and I want to compare it to North Korea, and I want to compare it to China. I'm genuinely curious at this point if it would be more free or less. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.